What's good, everyone? It's Max here, back with another YouTube video. So in today's video, I'm going to be going over the #1 trading discipline routine stack you need to have in order to become that successful trader, in order to become that trader who's doing 20K per month minimum in payouts, in order to become that trader that's max allocated with Alpha, max allocated with topstep, max allocated with all these firms. If you're not doing exactly what I'm talking about in today's video, getting max allocated with these firms, taking 20K per month in payouts is going to be extremely harder. So if you're new here, hit the subscribe button down below, leave a like. Also follow my Instagram at MoneyMaxTrades. I've been posting a shit ton on my trading model that I've been running up recently. As of late, I've had a 85% win rate trading NASDAQ futures with a 1.5 versus reward. So if you're new here, go ahead, check that out. I'm also going to be dropping trade recaps every single day, giving you guys the most value as possible. But without further ado, let's get right to this video. So basically, before I hop into everything I do on a day-to-day basis, I want to show some proof that I have. So this was in the month of October. As you can see here on my Alpha accounts, I made 4.6K across 3 of them. So that's 4, 8, 12. That's like basically 14K on my Alpha accounts in the month of October. Plus on topstep, I had 10K in payouts. So that right there, some proof. And then we'll move now into the daily trade journal. So I don't give a fuck what you trade. I don't care if you trade NASDAQ. I don't care if you trade Forex. I don't care if you trade stocks. You need to have a daily trade journal. So let me go into what's included within the daily trade journal. The first thing you're going to have on the left here is the date. So of course, right, I began this trade journal on the 1st of January. However, it's not too late to start. You just start now, right? So this basically I do it in like monthly periods. So we're going to start from the 1st of the month till the 31st of the month. And every day we're going to put a trade. So if we take a trade that aligns with our model, we're going to do 1 out of 30. Basically, the goal is to get 30 trades in a row that follow your model to the T. I posted a video on that, and it was change your life in the next 30 days or the next 30 trades. Go check that video out. I go over the challenge in depth, but you basically need to be trading or tracking your results, right? And right here is the best way to track your results. The next thing we have is the ticker symbol. So for me, I primarily use NASDAQ. You then put the fair value gap that you use for your trade or any entry model that you use. You're then going to have the 5 different time frames that you utilize for the trade. So right here we have the 4-hour time frame, the 1-hour time frame, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, and the 1-minute. And basically, as you can see what I have here, right, this is hard-coded into Google Drive, or not hard-coded, but what I've done is I've implemented an image. So I can basically click on it, the H4, and it's going to automatically pull up the image for me of the H4 time frame. All you have to do is go to TradingView and click copy image, and basically just copy the link and paste it in there. And that's how you're going to have the different time frames pulled up. The next thing, most importantly, the checkbox if you followed your rules or not for the day. If you followed your rules, you better check this off. And if you didn't follow your rules, you better fucking put a fat red X, okay? This is just going to help you keep yourself accountable. It's going to allow you to see in a visual format of the days you follow your rules, the days you don't follow your rules. Yep, and then next we're going to have a lockout right here. So the time you're done trading for the day, the time you click lockout on your accounts, and then your overall P&L for the day, whether you made some money, whether you're break even, whether you lost some money, you put that down for the P&L. And then once again, like I said, we do from day 1 to the 31st. So our sample size is the month, and at the end of the month, we're going to go through the entire journal, see what days you broke our rules, maybe reflect on why we broke our rules that day, how that impacted your performance overall. The days you locked out, maybe you locked out right when market open, maybe you locked out later in the day. The whole point is we use a month sample size to determine what needs to be done next month to become that better trader, or maybe what you really did that was great this month that you need to just continue to replicate into the next month. Next, going forward, bro, whether you're a trader, whether you're an entrepreneur, it doesn't fucking matter. You have to live your life like a CEO, and a CEO's every single day. His schedule is made to the T, right? Everything he does is scheduled. Everything he does has a purpose. He doesn't just wake up, trade, and then scroll, maybe hit the gym later, scroll again, maybe do some homework, and the day's done. No. He has a very, very established curriculum and regiment of what his day looks like. So every single person watching today's video needs to create a Google Calendar, which not only has a couple things on the Google Calendar, but has their entire day, entirety in full of what be must fucking done. So I'm gonna go over my day today, how that looked, what occurred. We can see all the way on the left here, my day starts at 5:30. I had my morning routine. I then read a letter to self, which is basically in my notes app, I have the highest version of myself laid out and also the lowest version of myself. And reading that as soon as I wake up in the morning, right, keeps me level-headed of where I need to go and where I need to run from, okay? Because if I am to wake up at that 5:30, it's early as fuck, right? I'm to sit there and to be like, damn, I want to set back that alarm. I want to go back to bed. But before doing so, I read the highest version of myself and the lowest version of myself. And what I have in the lowest version of myself is that he always wakes up and does his morning routine no matter the occasion, no matter if he didn't get XYZ sleep last night, no matter if he was up late doing it. Doesn't fucking matter. You do your morning routine. The highest version of myself does his morning routine no matter what. And that's who I'm striving for. So that is a rule to live by. Next, we have breakfast. Then we go into trading, right? I trade from 6:30 to almost around 8 a.m. every single day. That's like my cutoff. Then I had class, trading, market recap, which I made, then class, then lunch, then creation of long form content creation, which is what I'm doing right now, lunch, deep work session, lunch, class, that. Then I have boxing, which I'm going to later today. And then it cuts off here, but when I get back from boxing, it's more just like turn on the chill mode, eat dinner, stretch out, take a shower, do some reading, maybe post a reel, go to sleep. That's basically the routine on a day-to-day basis. Now, my routine is fit exactly for what I need, right? Right now, I'm focused on number 1, trading. Number 2, making content for everyone watching today's video. Number 3, going to class. And number 4, the gym. So my day is fully scheduled around that. Whether you're not making content or not, maybe you swap the times of content creation for back testing. You put in the extra work behind the scenes. Maybe do 2 gym sessions in the day. You go for a run in the morning, you lift weights at night. Doesn't really matter. The whole point, the whole idea is that your day is scheduled to the T. 0 deviation is to be had when you have a perfect Google Calendar set up like this. And it's basically required in order for you to build discipline in the task. Also, when the day comes around where you're feeling tired, you don't want to, maybe after lunch, you're like, fuck, man, I'd rather, sit down and scroll. But not your Google Calendar has that you have to do a long form at XYZ time. And the reason it's there is because if you don't do content creation during that time, there's no other time of the day to do content creation. So it means you're going to be behind on your videos. You guys get what I'm saying? Basically, the main thing is that every single day has to be lined out perfectly to the T. And this just helps me stay level-headed. It allows me to use my heavy decision-making on the charts, and then off the charts, I'm kind of not exactly moving like a robot, but I don't have to make decisions like, should I record a video? Should I not? Should I do this? Should I not? No, it's already lined out for me perfectly, and the CEO scheduled that the highest version of myself would follow. The next thing we have, right, because this schedule is great, but you need accountability within that schedule. So the next thing we have here, right, is something that I like to call the 8 daily non-negotiables. These are the 8 daily tasks you must do on a day-to-day basis that integrate within your Google Calendar. I'll start off with the morning routine. So as you can see here, right, all I have written down is morning routine. I don't really have it specified. However, if we go to here, right, which is a separate Google sheet, we have the morning routine, which is the first thing we do is pray, make the bed, take a shower, journal, boom. You do that on a day-to-day basis, once again, from January 1st to January 31st. You do that on a day-to-day basis and you mark it off as complete. Next thing that I have personally for myself, since I am now making content, I would do a market recap after making the trade. And if I don't make a market recap, I then journal. And once again, this journal right here. So, right, everyone watching today's video, you do your morning routine, then you journal. For me, once again, reel posted. So if I post a reel for the day, boom, mark it off. Next, limit to 1 hour of social media. So if I do that, boom, mark it off. Next, workout. If I worked out for the day, or if it was a rest day, maybe Sunday's a rest day, boom, mark that off. Next stretch, mark that off. And then if I followed my schedule to the T, that gets marked off. And then of course the last one. So the reason why this is so important is because you can have a Google schedule, but maybe some days you follow it, maybe some days you don't. Then it's basically fucking useless. The only way to ensure the Google Calendar is 100% useful is to also have that secondary 8 daily non-negotiables, which is the intricate tasks within your Google Calendar. You have to make sure those are posted to the T. You have to make sure those are aligned with the highest version of yourself. You have to make sure these are 8 daily tasks that are needle pushing activities that move you fucking forward in your trajectory in what you need to do. So whether you have 2 hours of backtesting on there, whether you have morning jog, if you're trying to lose some weight, maybe you have walk on the treadmill 1 hour plus 2 hours weightlifting plus stretching, etc. These are all the things that you need to have on a day-to-day basis to ensure that you're becoming better, to ensure you're becoming the best version of yourself, and to ensure you're holding yourself accountable by tracking these results. The next thing we're going to have here, right, which is the most important part, I would say, in this video, especially if you're watching today's video, is that you need a Opal block limit on your phone. So basically what Opal does is it allows you to set work periods. So let's say from 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. I don't want to use my phone at all. I can set Opal limit on my phone for that time period, right? That's going to ensure that I don't use my phone during that time because it's blocked. Now, if I say urgently need to use an app during that time, I can go into the app and request 5 minutes. But, right, like I said, the whole point of having the Opal screen block in the first place is because you're consciously knowing that you don't want to be using social media during that time. You're consciously knowing that you want to be keeping that 1 hour a day on social media. So if you are to go and break the Opal screen block, you're doing yourself a disservice and you're moving away from the highest version of yourself. Now, this is extremely important for those who maybe have a social media addiction. Now, it's going to be hard to go cold turkey off the bat and just cut off social media in its entirety, but this is a step in the right direction to ensuring that you're building your discipline and keeping your mind in check. So once again, boys, this is the #1 trading discipline routine stack. I'm not going to lay crazy shit heavy on you. I've already given you enough steps to move forward in order to improve your life. And I guarantee if you do everything that I laid out in today's video, your trading is going to better, right? You're going to make more money in the markets, and off the markets, you're going to be a more disciplined individual. You're going to be a more health conscious individual. You're going to have less stress in your day-to-day life because you're off that social media, because you don't have to do X, Y, and Z, blah, blah. It's already laid out for you. You know exactly what you need to do. And yeah, if you want me to send this to you guys individually, I'll do it completely for free. So if you want the daily trade journal, if you want the template for the 8 daily non-negotiables, hit me on Instagram at MoneyMaxTrades. I'll send that over to you. But yeah, once again, boys, I want everyone to follow the stack today of what's necessary, what's required in order to become the highest version of yourself. And I hope everyone has a great day. Once again, if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Let's get fucking to it, boys. Let's kill this year, right? We're halfway into January. It's January 21st. It's not too late to make a fucking change, right? We still have 11 more months in the year. Don't let this first month determine how your month has gone. If you're already 21 days into January and you've already fucked up, maybe you've already blown a count, look fucking forward. Implement what I've shown today. And I guarantee you'll make a change. Watch my old videos. I guarantee you'll make a change, okay? It's not too late to make the change. And if you're actively bettering yourself every single day, good fucking shit. Keep up what you're doing, okay? Let's fucking get it, boys. I want everyone to follow exactly what I stated today. This is exactly what I follow myself and why I'm seeing great results. And I'm telling you, in a couple months' time, I'm going to hit 50K a month in trading. I'm going to hit 50K fucking dollars in 1 month trading in a couple months' time. I guarantee it's going to fucking happen because my routines outside the markets are dialed in, which causes my mind on the markets to be 100% organized, dialed the fuck in. Let's get it, boys. Everyone has a great day, and let's fucking get down to it. Peace.